All right, we continue a little series on how to take massive actions as explained by Grant Cardone, and I will give specific examples how this worked in the context of my studies. Now he says, he continues, massive actions will immediately result into new problems. Just because you've done a few actions doesn't mean you have done massive actions. Can you develop a cardio for effort? This is very important. For example, specifically, can you vocabulary, can you learn 50 words a day or maybe 100 words per day, just in order to immerse yourself much more? Quantity in this case will always beat quality. Never rely on only one thing or one person for anything. In this way, I was asking my teachers if I have like specific questions about semester papers, oftentimes multiple times, meaning like multiple teachers, in order to get different views on one particular problem in order that I could overcome this question or this problem much quicker. And if it was feedback I wanted, I was sending out my feedback request to about like 10 people, because I was already calculating in 5 people, they wouldn't have the time even to respond. Then 2 or 3 more people, they only had a very limited amount of time, so they could give me only a very specific feedback. This is fine. And maybe 2 more people, they could give me a more extensive feedback. And with this, I had enough feedback in order to improve myself and move the ball forward. So take so much action that it results in new problems. If it's feedback you want, take massive actions until your concern is no longer whether or not you will get enough feedback, but how you can possibly handle all the feedback you have received. In this way, you will also put yourself into a position of opportunity overload. Just specifically, if it is classes you're attending, then you have a bit of a class overload. You go to all the classes which there are in order to, first of all, level up to the next level, but also when you do, if you go to all the classes very quickly, you will work out which classes are not so much for you for right now and which you can maybe do later, or which you don't need to do at all. And this works very brilliantly if you have if you know your purpose and your why in your studies, and if you have dialed in all your goals, then you go in a very strategic manner with your long-term plan forward. So don't try to manage time, try to be successful and get some new, juicy, massive, giant problems, and never ever worry about the wrong things. One of my teachers told me, you can let yourself get criticized, you can do mistakes, that is fine, and let yourself get criticized afterwards, is also fine, and then improve upon it, instead of just worrying all the time what you want to do or what you potentially need to do and then just not following through it. Another of my teachers, when he was young, they were trying to run a competition with a particularly strict teacher who had the habit of always saying no, 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 or no, 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 or no, 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 no. Who would get the most no's out of this? Who, with this very strict teacher, would still dare to translate more and more and more text in the class, so they can get all the potential no's out of it in order to improve even faster. So instead focus on, so never worry about the wrong things, just focus on big problems. And doing too much will neither fail or kill you. Nobody died of a heart attack because of doing too much. Most likely they ate too much of the wrong things, didn't exercise, had horrible sleeping rhythms, and stressed too much about too little efforts, which happened to me as well in school, when I really was stressing too much about too little effort. Right now in university, the more I worked and the more confident I became, the more calm I became, the more in tune with myself I became, and also more deeply fulfilled with my studies and also my life I got. Most people just work enough that it feels like work, and they never work the right amount so that it feels like a victory or that they have like a really tangible breakthrough. And this I can totally underline again with I can compare my previous studies in school and my studies right now in university, when I did go to the extent of taking about like more than 29,000 notes of Anki, or I regularly took hundreds, if not thousands, of pages of notes in order to study a particular thing. Even now, if I go into a new project, I'm looking at all the courses which I can study, and then I'm studying it, immersing myself and writing dozens, if not hundreds, of pages of notes, which I deeply enjoy because I can improve that much faster. Another one of my teachers, when I asked him when he got like a publication done, which was about like this big, this thick, I asked him, so how many hundreds of hours did you spend on it? And he said, how many hundreds of hours? How many thousands of hours? So think about this much effort, and think how he feels then when he get this thing published. This would then feel like a victory. So you want to be big, bold, massive, and then some more, and deal in large numbers, and you will get the results you want. In this way, it got me also detached from needing to understand every little detail in order to get better, and got me also more detached from perfectionism, from trying to be so perfectionist all the time, which is just a habit pattern which I used to have, or still it comes here and there, because I might be just too afraid, and I stress myself too much because I'm just too afraid of making mistakes. Instead of just moving forward quickly, making all the necessary mistakes, improving upon them, and get more confident and more skilled in the particular subject, and then I just can I become more confident in any sales anyway, so that I precisely know on which part I need to focus on and on which part I can relax, so that I don't need to major in minors. So lastly, not only will it be more challenging than you think, whatever you do, but it will also be better. And I can totally underline this point. When I look back on my studies, they were much harder than I initially anticipated. However, they were also much better afterwards. The results were much better, and the joy which I derived from achieving all these things was then that much greater and that much deeper. Guys, if you have any questions and comments, drop them down below. And if you found this video helpful, then smash the like button below, and also hit the subscribe button with the notification bell so that you never miss a video when I put one out. All right, guys, I will see you soon.